Hey world of YouTube, it's VSG Steve here for my week 22 update. It's a couple of days late, but these things happen, especially around this time of the year. December, Christmas, all that kind of exciting stuff. If you're new to my channel, thanks for joining me. It's I had VSG surgery back on the 28th of June 2016. And this is actually my 5-month update also. So my starting weight was 155.5 kilos or 343 pounds, and my weight this week is 108.9 or 240.1 pounds, which is a 46.6 kilo loss, or 102.9 or 35.1 kilos since surgery, or 77.4 pounds. It was a 0.3 of a kilo loss this week, or 0.6 of a pound this week. One of just little losses at the moment. That's fine. I think I'm starting to. I'm just going to be having little losses now, but that's all right. As I've been saying in my last couple of weeks, I'm actually not that concerned about the weight loss now. It's more having fitness goals and those kind of things, aiming for different things. Also this week, being it was my 5-month update, I actually did a bit of a kind of waist and hip and neck measurements, which was quite interesting. I've now lost, my waist is now down to 105 centimetres, my hips are now down to 106 centimetres, and my neck is down to 44 centimetres. So that means I have lost 17 centimetres from around my waist. I have lost 32 centimetres around my hips, and I've lost 10 centimetres around my neck since I started. And or it was about a 6 centimetre, it was about an 8 centimetre waist loss this month, or it was about a 5 centimetre hip loss. I'm not sure. I'm not completely confident with those figures, just because last month I actually did my measurements at the gym, and this month I did it at home. So, but anyway, that's what it is. Some of the things that have been happening this week was going back to my as I've been saying, I'm now focused on fitness goals, not actually focused on my weight goals. I swam 1.5 kilometres for the first time in, I think it would be over about 10 years. I did a 10-kilometre run the other night, so I went actually out for a run last Monday night and just started running and ended up running 10 kilometres, so which I was pretty stoked about. So, and didn't do any cycling this week because I had a fairly full-on week at work, so I probably didn't get as many activities as I was hoping to do. So, as I was saying, I had a really busy week at work this week. Had a couple of late nights, and one of the late nights I had was I didn't finish work till about 8 o'clock, and quite interesting. I was absolutely starving and been eating nibbling all day, but really starving when I was driving home. And normally the old Steve would have gone, cool, we'll just go and get takeaway and things like that. And I was pretty conscious. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So I ended up getting some nuts on the way home. So just had a little bit of nuts, but then actually had a small meal when I got home, which was fantastic. I was really quite proud that I was doing that. The other thing that's happened this week was I got a couple of hours spare this afternoon to actually go and do a bit of shopping for myself. And you also noticed that I've had a bit of a haircut, clean up, and a couple of I'd been needing to go actually buy out. Gradually, I've been buying some new clothes, but needed to a couple of things I needed to buy, which was more going out casual shirts. So I actually went out and bought some polos and things like that. And because all my going out casual stuff has now got too big for me, and also needed to buy some short sleeve shirts that I could wear for work and things like that. So being that we're here in Australia and it's now getting hot, we had about a 34-degree day today in Melbourne. So it's getting hotter as with things. The other thing that happened when I was doing some shopping, went to a shop that I used to shop in quite a lot, which is Rivers here in Melbourne, and used to shop there because it was actually quite easy to get big guys' clothes, and I've always done that, and they were actually quite cheap. So went in there. They're also big fitting, most of their stuff. So went in there and found a shirt that I really liked, and went to go and try it on because I'm still really struggling with sizes and working out what fits me and what doesn't. Anyway, I took something out off the rack, which was an extra large, and I'm looking at it going, I think that's going to be too big for me. So I went, but tried to get a large, and there wasn't a large, and then there was a medium, and I looked at it and I'm going, I reckon I might fit in that. So went and took in the change room, and guess what? I fitted into it. So I wouldn't fit in a normal medium. It is a bigger fit medium. So, but I was pretty stoked that I had that. And then bought a couple of other things and some shorts and things like that. So yeah, I was pretty stoked. The other thing that's happened, and this is something that I've been, that's happened in the last couple of weeks, which is my wedding ring. So my wedding ring, I haven't actually been able to wear my wedding ring for the last couple of weeks because you can see it just comes straight off. So just because my fingers are now getting so a lot thinner than they were, so so I actually need to get my wedding ring redone. So which is something that I never expected through weight loss, that I'd be you can actually see. I think you can actually see that it's actually quite loose on that finger. So yeah, so I need to actually get this wedding ring refitted. The other thing was my main watch that I actually wear is a watch that my wife gave to me after our first anniversary. So and I haven't really been able to wear it for the last couple of weeks because when I put it on my wrist, it actually goes up and down my wrist down to about, where's the camera? It goes up and down my wrist to about there. So I actually went to the jeweller's today and had to get a link taken out of it. So I can now put my watch back on, and my watch actually fits me again. So I'm pretty stoked. So, but yeah, that just shows you how much is weight, and even that, taking a link off it, it's still pretty loose anyway. So it's pretty amazing that it's something that I didn't really expect. The other thing just wanted to mention was music's always been a big part of my life, and there's a song that's been playing around the tracks here in Melbourne, and there's a line. I'll actually put a web link to it down the bottom because I know YouTube you can't really play, you can't put for copyrights, you can't put it there. But there's a line in I think it's called The Light, and there's a line in there that keeps running in my head, which is coming through. You need to go through the darkness to see the light, and that's been running through my head in the last couple of weeks, especially when I look at some of the other YouTubers that I watch. Green Machine Aussie, she's someone that I think most people would be watching, but she's really good, great. She's around the same stage I am with my journey, and we're actually catching up at our Melbourne VSG catch up in a couple of weeks' time. And but I know some people have been struggling a little bit lately, and just knowing that some of the things that they've been hoping to achieve, they haven't been able to achieve, or they're struggling, they're getting to that point in their journey that they're getting a little bit harder with their journey and things like that. But it keeps running through my head in the sense of we need to go through the darkness to be able to get through the light. And I think that's a really good line when it comes to our surgeries, in the sense that we go through the darkness of before the surgery and all the work that we needed to do, and really how we felt about ourselves before surgery. And actually, we go through surgery, and we have that quick success after surgery, but we go through every so often. I think we need to go through a bit of a tough patch to actually come through, see the good things that are actually happening, especially with our surgery. So just it doesn't, the way I describe it probably doesn't sound right, but it just, that darkness of before the surgery, I think we need to go, we've had to all go through that to actually to achieve what we're achieving, but also remembering where we've come through that darkness. And I think that's a good way of actually keeping us on track and keeping things moving. So the other thing that I wanted to mention this week was it's my birthday in a couple of weeks' time, and a couple of us, and I got together with my closest friends last night, just because we've both got young families, and we're struggling with Christmas and all that to get together. So we got together a couple of weeks earlier, and decided last night to have my first alcoholic drink since my surgery. So it's actually my first alcoholic drink since my pre-surgery diet, which was back in May. So it was I wasn't going to have anything, and then I thought, look, it's celebrating my birthday, so let's do something. And so I just had a small. We made a small cocktail through in the cocktail machine, and when I say it was a cocktail, it was literally the drink was only a half cup for four of us, so it was really the drink it was a big drink for two people. And I only had I think it was about one shot of vodka in there, so it probably wasn't even the equivalent of, it was probably the quarter of a shot of vodka, but it was just interesting having that. And the other thing was having my first piece of cake in nearly 6 months. So I just had a little slice of cake to actually. So, but it was interesting. But it was interesting having that cake because they'd specially made the cake for my birthday, and had a little slice of it. But it was actually really the sugar. Sugar is the thing that hit me, because I'm really trying to make sure I have a little sugar and very little sugar and very little carbs. So, but anyway, that's about it from me this week. I hope I'm a bit sweaty, so that's why I'm scratching my head, and I'm still getting used to that shorter haircut. So I've just done a bit of a workout here with the kettlebell at home while watching cricket. So, but yeah, so I hope everyone has a great week, and I will come to you probably later this week with my week 23 update. So see you later, guys, and see you soon. Bye.